Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
Paris Food Guide. 15 must-try French foods by locals. So it's the same girl, Lucille. She just posted this 2 days ago. And I'm hoping it's gonna be different foods than the last video.
Okay.
Let's see.
In Paris, and today I'm taking you on a little food tour where we're gonna try 15 of my favorite French foods, and we're starting our day at a
Okay,
cafe
off the
where we're
bat,
about to
some of the desserts look the same, but I'm just hoping it's gonna be more different food.
eat the most Parisian breakfast possible. In front of me, I obviously have the croissant.
Obviously.
This is like the official breakfast of Paris cafes, and they get their croissants every morning from local bakeries, so you
Really? They don't make them? I thought they made them.
know it's super fresh and super buttery. Like seriously, look at this croissant tool. It
Wow.
looks so
Wow,
beautiful.
wow, wow, wow.
Barbie on his side has ordered tartines, which is just a fresh baguette bread that's served with salty butter and jam. And to eat it the French way, you're supposed to first spread the butter and then add jam on top of it.
Oh, so y'all put butter and jam? I've never seen that. Usually, I would eat a butter or jam, not both. That's interesting.
Seriously, just go ahead and try that. It's so delicious.
And while you can find this at every cafe, you can't find an enormous coffee like this.
Usually in Paris cafes, you only have the
That was enormous.
Can't find an
Yeah, not by our standards, guys. That's like the,
No.
that's like the medium, maybe. Like at Starbucks, would that be? Because the smaller is probably smaller, but the small one. But this is like a medium.
enormous coffee like this.
Usually in Paris cafes, you only have the tiny espressos, which I'm not a fan of. And here, their coffee is not only massive, but it's also delicious because they roast their own beans, which is why this is one of my favorite cafes in Paris. Also, look at how cute this coffee shop is. It's right in the middle of our neighborhood of Batignolles, which is a
And guys, this is our second video of Paris. So if you have like other, like maybe more, not so much city, but like more like somewhere else in France, send us the links because I want to see like more like province food, not like so much like the Paris. Because Paris, is the tourist, everything is overpriced, stuff. But I want to see like what like regular people eat.
very nice local area, and I like that they have a beautiful outdoor terrace with the typical Parisian cafe chairs, which makes for the perfect atmosphere to start our day. So today we're not only gonna try 15 delicious different French foods, but we're also gonna explore the most iconic types of French restaurants that you can find in Paris. So after starting our day at a cafe, I'm gonna meet with Theo at this super colorful Brasserie for lunch. A brasserie is where you go if you want a quick traditional French meal in a lively atmosphere. And by quick, I mean quick for France, because you will never be in and out of a restaurant in less than an hour here. At this restaurant, they have a pretty small menu with nice classics at very good prices. And everything looked so good, so it was hard to make a choice. And I'm really excited to show you what their special is, but our starters have already arrived. And in front of us, we have a dish I've kind of been obsessed with at the moment, which is leeks with vinaigrette. So this is an unknown classic of French food, and it's just that. It's leeks cooked with a delicious vinaigrette.
What is leeks? Fish of sorts?
no, it's a vegetable.
What does it look like?
It's the stalk that you saw. That's the leeks.
Sauce,
never
and
seen
it's
it, I don't
super
think
fresh
so.
and really delicious. Also, look
So
at how
interesting.
cute those plates are. J'aime trop ces petites assiettes. Ça fait très dimanche et mamie, quoi. Oui. Alright, for a second starter, Theo ordered snails. And to be honest, he's the first
so
French
wrong.
person I've ever seen order them. Like, I usually never have snails unless my American friends are visiting. So I was pretty curious to know what the backstory was.
I tried it in a restaurant like maybe a few months ago for the first time. I wanted to make a video like trying the snails for the first time, and I loved it. When you go to a restaurant in Paris, usually it's the starter I take, the taste of the sauce with the butter, the parsley. It's just so good.
That's so interesting to see that the actual French people don't really eat it, but like it's like famous in the world. No escargots, like that's what no one to say like that's like iconic French food because there's so many, but that's like one of. You know.
Funny to me because, that's something
What's
you had
something
to try
similar
for
like that here? I wondered in the States.
Hot dogs, burgers.
I guess because we don't eat
Yeah, we don't
burgers
eat that.
every day, like hot dog.
When's the
every
last time you had a
day.
burger or hot dog?
Oh, long time. But you would think like, okay, when you think of American food, you're thinking, okay, a hot dog, hamburgers every day. So
Yeah, but usually, like hot dog, like
That's like, but some people can
3
have it
years
every
ago,
day.
maybe I had one. I don't even know.
I know, but usually you will not have eaten that on your own, right?
I discovered it for YouTube for the videos, and then I'm taking it like on occasion.
I guess maybe we need to watch a video of American foods.
Yeah,
To see
I'm
what American
curious
food
what they
is,
say
yeah.
is
I
American
love that, and
food.
I love it. Let's try it. The sauce is good, but the texture is a bit squishy. So
That's the
only
thing for
because
me.
I'm with you too. Otherwise
It's
I
all
would
about
not
the
eat that
texture too, for me too as well.
on my own. So Theo, I feel we have a tradition which is eating tartare together. Every time we meet, we eat tartare. So I'm excited to try a new one today because I think it's a good tradition and we should keep doing that. Ooh, I really like this one as well.
That's
But I
like
feel about this
you
one,
buy
the
the
texture
meat,
is like way
you
more
don't cook
soft.
it.
Everything is mixed together.
It's like almost not pickled, but it's like seasoned.
And
But it's not
raw?
cooked. Yeah, there's tuna tartare, there's beef tartare. You have to get the high quality meats to do this with,
Okay.
or you get sick.
Which is, I feel, the classic brasserie tartare in France, so I really like it. It's a good classic tartare.
Our next French dish is truly one of my favorites. I used to have that at Sunday lunch all the time when I was a kid. It's called paupiette de veau, and it's basically a big meatball of veal that's wrapped around a delicious stuffing. It is actually pretty hard to make from scratch, so I don't eat that all the time, and it is served with a beautiful ratatouille. So just a side note.
So that's what the ratatouille is, because I only know this word from the movie.
It's the vegetable, cooked vegetables.
Ah.
This is what real ratatouille looks like. In the movie Ratatouille, it actually looks like this, and this is a different dish that's not ratatouille. It's called so.
So we're eating the real deal right now.
Anyways, this is such a delicious dish, and you don't always find that on the menu, so if you ever find it, go ahead and order it. It's just so good.
Alright, now it's dessert time, and get ready to have your mind blown. So
Okay.
we started nicely with a flan, which is always delicious and a really good classic. But after
The
this,
flan looks like a little different than we have it here, huh?
They present it differently. We used to it being circled.
Not
Circle?
that. I feel like the caramel part of ours is thicker. There was like a very thin layer of caramel. It looked more like a cheesecake, if anything. But you're right about the presentation too. It looks like just a piece of pie.
we had one of Theo's favorites, which is a Paris-Brest cake. And you can already see it, this one looks like a work of art. So Paris-Brest is made with choux pastry, vanilla pastry,
Choux.
and then topped with praliné, which, if you don't know about it, is the best thing ever.
It does look
It's
good,
basically
though.
a sweet roasted hazelnut cream, and it's just incredibly good. Obviously, we absolutely destroyed that cake, and we spent the rest of the lunch talking and drinking coffee. Alright, so after this, I backed back home, and obviously I had to stop to a bakery to get goûter.
And let me tell you, if you're coming to Paris, you really want to make sure you do your research to find great restaurants like the one I'm showing in this video.
And for that, you're gonna need to have data on your phone, and I recommend you get an eSIM plan with Airlo. Airlo is the sponsor of today's
Okay.
countries, and to get a physical SIM data right away, I will have to plan all my trips. In Paris in particular, you're really gonna need it. Restaurants near the mayor get great French food. They have a lot of great options for France and Europe too. And I recommend
Okay,
Goûter's
this
best. It's
sponsor.
usually for
Ooh,
kids,
okay.
but as
Heavy.
everything looks, I love eating goûter. And here I went to Copain, which is a bakery in my neighborhood, and everything looked so good, so it was really hard to choose.
Wow.
And here
It
I
looks
have
incredible.
beautiful pastries. Our first food is brioche. Brioche is also a staple of goûter, and this one is a bit special because it has been baked with orange flour, so
Oh.
it has a really delicious
Orange
taste.
flour. Never heard of that. I wonder what it tastes like. That's so interesting. How do you even make flour from oranges? That's so. Because usually flour is like you crush, like I guess you dry oranges and you crush dried oranges, maybe. Oh.
Taste. Yum. I love the consistency. It's super moist and super sweet. Our next pastry is babka, and babka is definitely not French, but it is having a moment in Paris. So a babka is a breaded pastry, and
Sounds
this one
Russian,
has been
if
filled
anything.
with chocolate and hazelnuts, and it really looks beautiful.
You would like this one. This one's all you.
Babka is in Russian is a grandma. Like
Wow,
like
this
a
is next
like a
level,
nickname for a
especially
grandma.
having eaten the praliné before, which was the hazelnut paste. This is almost like that, but with also chocolate, so it's perfect. So there's something else that seems to be having a moment in Paris is pistachio. Seriously, it feels
I don't think that's just Paris. We're seeing it in Italy. I think Greece as well. We saw it. I think over all Europe. It's because we already said that in our reactions. A lot of pistachio.
Every bakery is coming up with a pistachio pastry, and I'm here for it. And this has to be my favorite pastry at this bakery. It is a pretty insane pastry. It is absolutely massive, and as you can see, there's a ton of pistachio around the pastry. But if you cut into it, there's also pistachio cream in it. Wow,
It's
look
the pistachio
at
overload,
this.
huh?
So, yes, there's a ton of.
One thing I do wish you showed the prices, as always. I
Yeah.
like to see, because I say that on this particular, because this looks expensive. Because pistachios are not cheap. So I think this is pistachio on pistachio on pistachio. I think it's expensive.
Pistachio cream. Yum. So I have to admit, I've had this one many times, but I had to show it to you, okay? This is just my favorite pastry at the moment. And for dinner, we're going to one of my favorite bistros at the moment. Bistros, or bistro in French, are more laid-back, casual restaurants, and they serve home-cooked, traditional food, and they have a really cozy and homey atmosphere that I love. Here, we're starting our meal with œufs cocottes, which are eggs that are topped with herbs and cream and cooked in a small dish in the oven. It is really a simple dish. I've made that at home so many times, but
Very
it is
interesting.
delicious. Then we're
It does look pretty simple, but I've never heard of it. That's so interesting. Very interesting, yeah.
taking things up a notch with their homemade pâté. Pâté is a meat-based spread that you usually eat with bread, and here they served it with a really big jar of homemade pickles called cornichons. And I'm really excited to show you our mains because we're in for a treat.
Okay.
So I grew up in Toulouse, in the south of France, and this restaurant has all my favorite foods from my region. And Bobby ordered his favorite and one of the most famous dishes from my region, which is duck confit. Homemade duck confit like this one is on a whole other level. It takes a really long time to make, with the duck legs being cured in salt and herbs for a whole night, and then slow cooked in duck fat for a few hours.
That looks
It
really
is
good.
super tender, really tasty, and the meat falls right off the bone.
So good.
Also, the potatoes are cooked in duck fat too, which is just the best thing ever. On my side, I got a really nice comfort food that comes from this region, which, like every
regular
region of
sausage and
France,
potatoes.
is known for its cheese. This is important because
Oh, the
what we eat here
cheese.
is not only mashed potatoes, it's aligot, which is mashed potatoes
Oh,
mixed with
yeah,
cheese,
we've seen
cream,
them
and
somewhere.
herbs,
We've seen
which
this.
creates this super satisfying stretch.
I think maybe we saw this on Geography Now, France, when he was showing some of the French food, because I think we've seen this. I remember.
This is so good. Cheesy puree is just the best. And this is served with my hometown's greatest invention, saucisse de Toulouse. Don't ask me why, but this is just the best sausage. It's super simple and made only with pork meat, salt and pepper, and it has a very artisanal and earthy feel to it. Anyways, we're gonna take the time to enjoy all of this delicious food, and if you're still here, I think you'll enjoy one of the videos you see on
Wow. That
Oh,
is so
good, good video, honestly. A lot of foods like we've never seen before. I like that. That was a good video for me.
screen right now. So
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.